I explained to my daughter that Daddy has to go away for 7 days, and she asked me where I was going. And I asked her if she knew what happened down in New Orleans, and she answered, yes, Daddy, Katrina, the hurricane. And I told her I was coming down here to help some IUPA team members who were out of their homes still, finish their house off and help them get back in their homes. And she said, okay, Daddy, you know, have a good time, be careful, and I'll see you when you get back. And she said, I'm proud of you.
And now it's time for us to come down and to help our brothers and sisters down here in New Orleans, District Council 80, basically just try to get back in their homes. They've been living in FEMA trailers for almost a year. And, you know, whatever we need to do to help our members, wherever we have to go, no matter if it's in New Orleans, California, New York, or Toronto, we're going to help our members.
Hurricane Katrina destroyed lives, leveling entire communities and cities, and leaving tens of thousands of survivors with next to nothing. The unimaginable force of the Category 4 storm left little unscathed along the Gulf Coast and New Orleans. More than a year later, many are still coping with that devastation. Some have moved forward or simply moved on, but for others, recovery has been a painfully slow, or in many cases, a non-existent process. Many of those who look to put their shattered lives back together in the wake of one of the nation's worst natural disasters were indeed faced with returning from the brink of near annihilation.
When I came back home to my house, it wasn't what I expected to see when I opened the door. When I opened the door, they had the aroma smell just was outrageous. I mean, everything was mildewed. The roof was totally destroyed.
When we walked in the door, the sofas was turned upside down. The smell, we couldn't even walk in. We had to open, my husband had to open up everything and let it air out before we walk in. I started crying because everything was ruined.
It was like somebody took the house and shook it and turned it and shook it and turned it and placed it back down.
And everything ruined.
We had approximately about 4 feet of water in the house. The rest of the houses around here probably about 7 feet because ours is raised. And furniture-wise, inside probably 50% of the house was damaged, destroyed, and it's everything inside the house basically was destroyed.
A foot of mud, and all the ceilings were out, everything was falling out, everything. I mean, just nothing, I mean, irrecognizable, everything. You know, you couldn't recognize anything.
And we basically lost everything. It wouldn't be for the union people coming from different parts to come help us, we wouldn't, I don't know what we would have done.
As always, in the aftermath of human suffering, members of the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades charged to the aid of their neighbors and their friends. They came from near and far to New Orleans, eager to put their skills and tools to good use to help rebuild a few of the worlds torn apart by nature's fury. In the IUPAT tradition and spirit, our members answered the call of their fellow brothers and sisters in need, not only with their hands and tools, but also with their hearts and souls. They gave back lives where too many had been lost. They returned hope where there was none.
I can't believe the work that these members have done for us, their participation, their get up and go. Here we are at 6 o'clock in the morning, they're all ready for Wednesday morning. It's unbelievable. I'm very appreciative.
Oh, I'm so glad to have them guys here, and I'm glad to see how they rolling in the house, and they started yesterday and they almost finished today in 2 days, and then they talking about they ready to paint tomorrow. Living in the trailer ain't no joke.
These men, I told my husband, are so kind to us. Just talking to us, it's been a wonderful friendship. We can't thank them enough, honestly. I don't know why this has come our way.
They're a good bunch of fellas, you know. They're getting the work done, you know, and I love it, you know.
We're here to help our brothers. You know, there's so many that are still in need, but we're able to get this family back into their home.
This is truly one union. We're all in this together. When you heard, I heard. So if we can be of some assistance, of some comfort to the people down here, it is so gratifying.
The devastation down here and the fact that these gentlemen would come down and assist in putting this together just says tons about our organization, about who we are.
Makes me feel proud to be a part of it. Be a part of the union, the district, you know, the painters and allied trades. You know, I can hold my chin up even higher, you know, just to say, hey, you know, we do look after and take care of our own.
Amen, brother.
You don't really often get a chance to do something that's really meaningful. I mean, you know, something you can be proud of doing. And I think that's really where we're all at. We had an opportunity to come down here and actually help somebody.
I'm jacked up and very proud, and I'm very glad, and I'm very blessed to be a part of this. You know, we thank God that we could all come together and unify in such a tragic situation and still prosper and come out in the end with a big smile.
If something would happen to them, I'd be on the first bus going up there to help these guys. You know? Just can't say enough for them.
This is like the lottery for us. And it wasn't even the idea of the materials, it's the help. And the help is very important to us.
I like what's being done up in there, and I like my brothers. And there's a lot of love that's being showed from up north. And I'm glad to have them to come down to want to help us out. And I appreciate that.
It's just amazing how selfless people are, and they come out and they just, you know, they're willing to do for you.
It's been cool, you know, it really has. I mean, it's been really surreal, you know, going through all this and just looking and seeing what these fellas have done. But yeah, I really do appreciate it, I really do. And we're coming back. We're gonna be back, you know.